It's 3:30.
Welcome, everybody, to the June 20th Thursday chat. And we have a number of announcements and a couple of interesting presentations. We'll start with Judy Rosenthal.
Hi, everyone. A quick reminder that we are open for selling cards all through the summer, and that the cards that support the scholarship fund, and there'll be samples. In case you haven't seen the cards, there'll be samples in all of the mail rooms. And Bev Ashworth will actually be a point person for the summer. So we hope that you will go to the scholarship fund. You'll be hearing from them later during the summer, but please remember that the cards are available. They are multi-purpose, and we look forward to involvement with us. Thank you.
Thank you. And now Molly Quigley from the Heber Senior Life Healthy Aging Group wants to present to us a healthy aging hint. Go ahead, Molly.
Thank you, Justin. I'm just going to share. Oh, I am not able to share my screen.
Where are you?
Okay, I'm not getting the chat. The closed caption.
I don't see where you are. Keep talking and I'll fix it up.
I will keep talking. Can you find me yet?
You must be on the second. Say one more thing.
Raise your hand in the chat.
Yes,
Yeah.
good idea.
Yeah, but you're not lighting up in. Wait a minute. Go back. Wave your hand and why don't.
Does that help?
That's very interesting. Usually, there we are. Sorry.
There we go.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
All right. Thank you. All right. All right, so I'm just going to talk today a little bit about building cognitive reserve. So the Healthy Aging Initiative has been sharing healthy aging tips in the Newbridge newsletter. So last week we put out a tip about building cognitive reserve. So cognitive reserve is basically our brain's ability to adapt to daily tasks, as well as aging and pathology. So this is important because it can assist us in recovering or maintaining our brain functioning, both during the normal aging process and when certain pathologies intervene, such as Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and multiple sclerosis. So you can build your cognitive reserve by participating in any activity that keeps your mind active and uses your brain in different ways. So here at the Healthy Aging Initiative, we want to encourage all of you to try something new. So you can use this as your excuse to try a hobby that you've been wanting to try but haven't for whatever reason. So you want this new skill to be something that requires high-level processing and active engagement. And once you do all of this, you can help contribute to building your cognitive reserve, which in turn helps your memory. So we don't want to just leave you high and dry. So we have created a checklist of activities that you can try that use that high-level processing and require your active attention. So if you want to take a closer look at this, we have a PDF that you can download on our website. So that is the healthyaginginitiative.org. And we have an entire blog there where we post about different sorts of healthy aging tips, And we also post updates on the Healthy Aging Initiative as a study. So you can either visit that by going to the website on the left side there, or you can also scan the QR code to get there. And if you are still interested in signing up for the Healthy Aging Initiative, you can also sign up on our website, or you can email hai@hsl.harvard.edu. And the only other thing I have is that next week, the Healthy Aging Initiative will be putting out a survey in the Newbridge newsletter. And you don't have to be a participant in the Healthy Aging Initiative to do that survey. So if you do participate, you can enter to win a chance for a water bottle. So look out for that next week.
Okay. Thank you very much, Molly.
Thank you.
And now Larissa Levitch.
Okay, good. Now you can hear me. Hi, everybody. So I'd like you to mark your calendars for Wednesday, July 3rd, because we're going to have something that I believe is extraordinary. The residents of independent living, assisted living, memory support, and long-term join force to sing a festive concert. We call it a Newbridge Community Song Fest. This is actually the first time that we bring together the singers of all communities of Newbridge, and I find it's very symbolic, and I hope to see in audience many of you not only enjoying listening, but also participating and singing along. So once again, July 3 at 2 p.m., Great Meadow Hall. Please join us. You are not going to regret it.
Okay, thank you. Christina.
Hi, everyone. So today I just want to take a few minutes to address an issue that's been occurring down at the pool. Over the past few weeks, I've received a few complaints about misuse of the pool, specifically on the weekends, and specifically about children and misuse of the pool. So what's happening is residents who are doing their daily activities down the pool are having really unpleasant experiences with children who are just yelling, splashing, jumping, and creating an unpleasant environment for our residents who are doing their everyday life here at Newbridge. So just a friendly reminder, while we are a community that we welcome friends and family and we want our grandchildren to enjoy the pool, we ask that you respect the amenities, specifically the pool, and remember that it belongs to the residents first and foremost. So making sure when you have children, guests, that they are following all of the rules and they are respectful of others in the pool. Limiting no jumping, no splashing, no yelling, no aggressive behavior. Because if I continue to receive complaints from residents, we will be thinking about instituting resident-only hours, and we will limit the amount of time that guests and grandchildren can come to use the pool. So I've created kind of a new document to, again, outline the behaviors that we want to avoid down the pool. So if you have any questions, you can let me know. The signs are posted down on the door of the pool, on the sign-in book down the pool. And we just ask that you are respectful of other residents using the pool. If you are coming with guests and there are 2 or more residents using the pool, come back at a different time. Again, we just want our residents to have the best experience in their home. So again, if you have any questions, come and see me or call me. Thanks.
Okay, thank you. And now we're ready for you, Josh.
Thank you, Jerry. So you've got myself and Eileen here today. And as many on this call know, we plan to present the first part of the presentation for the upcoming NOSH Reimagined. But before we get there, I do have a couple of additional announcements we wanted to mention. First of all, this Monday, the 24th, starts the new Central Lunch menu. That menu was shared last week in the dining communications and is also on the dining website. So we're excited to roll that out and add some new seasonal items. And then in this week's dining communication, you'll see some information about the 4th of July. There will be some operational changes on the 4th of July. Nosh will be open, deli will be open until 6 p.m. If you want to go from Nosh on the 4th of July, you'll order that through the normal to-go process before 2 p.m. Central will be having 2 different events going on, one indoor, one outdoor, between the hours of 12 and 4. And then both outlets will not be open for regular dinner service on the 4th of July. They will be running more daytime inspired things. So more to come on that. Just wanted to mention you'll see that communication in the dining communications this week. So with that said, Jerry, I'm going to start to share my screen and prepare the presentation. Okay, so again, everybody, thank you. This has been quite a long time coming. The changes to the Nosh we have been talking about basically since we did the first Centro menu rollout. We had been communicating that we would be making some changes to Nosh, both the dining operations and the menu. The purpose for today's presentation is to talk about primarily the operational changes that will start on that Tuesday, July 2nd, when we roll out the Nosh Reimagined. And Eileen and I plan to just give you some brief summary of what you can expect.
Hi, everybody. So the vision for Nosh, we have reimagined the space for Nosh to offer a warm, relaxed dining atmosphere that encourages gathering an enjoyable culinary experience for all that dine at Newbridge. And also just to let everybody know that Nosh is still kosher, but it is also has meat, fish, vegan options. There's going to be meals, whole meals, small bites to nosh on, and it's going to be something for everybody. And I'd like to take an opportunity not just to thank the culinary team, but also Third Plus, the dining committee, and this kosher subcommittee for all their help in getting here to this stage today.
Thank you. So just briefly how this rollout plan, again, we had been talking about this for some time, but as we had gotten closer, we did have some obstacles and roadblocks along the way, some expected, some unanticipated, but we're happy to, be at the point where we see the light at the end of the tunnel. So back in the beginning of May, we reviewed the menu, the floor plan, and the communication plan with the dining committee. And then the next week, the second week of May, began the training for the front of the house, the servers, particularly with the new service operation, which Eileen will go into a little bit more detail. And then also the training with the cooks in the back of the house on the new menu items. That brings us to today, June 20th. We are presenting the operational changes through the slide presentation. I'll be going over a few frequently asked questions. But the frequently asked questions that we anticipate and have heard already will be also on the dining website. We won't be going through all of them today, just a brief summary. And then tonight we are doing a dinner training service in the Nosh. So many of you saw that the Nosh is closed for regular dining service tonight, and that is because we are doing the dinner training service in anticipation of the rollout in 2 weeks. Next week on June 27th, similar to this presentation, but more focused on the menu, there'll be a slide presentation on the Zoom chat. Next Friday, June 28th, the printed menu will be distributed in the mailboxes, just 1 week only. Similar to the Centro menu, it will be more of a static menu, meaning that it will change only seasonally rather than week to week. So we will send out that new menu next Friday. And then if you need copies, you'll be able to print them yourselves from the dining website or grab copies from the Nosh itself. We won't be sending those out on a regular basis after the first week's print. And the menu will also be posted on the dining website on that Friday, June 28th as well. On the July 1st, we are planning a pre-opening reception. We're calling it the Nosh Soiree, a celebration and sample tasting of the menu items. There'll be a flyer in next week's dining communication with the specifics, but definitely save the date on that one. And then July 2nd, as we have mentioned a couple times, is the launch date of the Nosh Reimagined.
All right, so what is changing? the service model and layout. I'm going to talk about this first. So first of all, the main difference is that we're changing from a buffet to a sit-down service Monday through Thursday. Servers will be trained to take the orders at the table. The menu items will be delivered to the table by runners. There will be a buffet bar, which is the soup and salad bar, but that will remain self-service. And there'll be no change to the Friday Shabbat or the Sunday buffet. They will remain the same. Seating process change. Reservations strongly recommended for priority seating over walk-ins. Reservations will be made in the Nosh by 49101 or in person by the host stand or online through the dining website. This will start when we start the reimagining of Nosh on July 2nd. The community table will be available and it's first come, first serve, limited space for walk-ins, and the volume flow is controlled through the host stand similar to Centro, and there'll be a waiting area. Now you ask why we do this. It's because when you used to come into Nosh before and we used to have a buffet items, things were already prepared. Now the difference is that it's going to be a la carte, just like Centro. So when you come in and you place your order, everything will be cooked a la carte. Now, the changes to the menu and the daily specials. So it's going to be a new a la carte for both lunch and for dinner, designed by the culinary team in collaboration with our Third Plus partners. But it's allowing our residents to customize and personalize their choices, similar to what we do in Central. The new a la carte dinner menu is a blend of smaller plates, sandwiches, regular entrees, access to the daily soup and salad bar specials, now called the buffet bar, as well as presented a detail of next week's Zoom chat will be the menu. Daily specials on the menu. So there'll be a daily soup specials, there'll be a single lunch special, 2 dinner specials, one which will be a vegan option, a starch of the day, a veg of the day, plus a daily dessert special. Specials will change daily Monday through Thursday and will be sent out Friday for the following week through a constant contact and the dining website. QR codes similar to Centro will be printed on the menu for a glance as well. And there'll be no changes to the Friday Shabbat and the Sunday buffet. Now, saying that, what we want to just try and make sure is that you do have plenty of choices. And I know someone's going to ask about turkey night. Turkey night will be still turkey night. It'll be our special that night. So don't worry, we're still keeping the turkey night. We needed to talk about that.
Very, absolutely. Thank you, Eileen. So again, these will be some sample of the frequently asked questions we've either already heard as we get closer or anticipate. These are not in their entirety. We will start them on the dining website. And then the nice thing about the dining website, as more questions present themselves, we can add them to them when we hear about them. So it'll kind of be an evolving frequently asked questions. But certainly the hours of operation, to be honest, they're really not changing. Lunch is still Sunday through Saturday, 11:30 to 4. And obviously guests are welcome at lunch anytime in Nosh. Dinner Monday through Thursday, 5:30 to 7 p.m. That is with the new service operation. Again, guests are welcome on those evenings as well. No real change to Shabbat dinner, Fridays at 6 p.m. following Shabbat service in synagogue. As most of you know, that's a pre-order and guests are welcome. And then Sunday, as Eileen mentioned, remains the buffet, 5:30 to 7 p.m. And that is currently still resident dining only. Another, do I need reservations and why? Although not required, reservations are strongly recommended. They will have priority over walk-ins. Reservations will allow for proper planning by staff and ensure appropriate flow for the best resident dining experience. That's what Eileen was alluding to a few minutes earlier. And then how will I make reservations? Starting Tuesday, July 2nd, reservations can be made directly through the Nosh. You can call in at 49101. You can stop by in person at Nosh between 11 and 2 after 2 p.m., the staff start to take their breaks and then prepare for the dinner service. So they won't be as readily available to take reservations. And as always, our recommendation is online through the dining 24/7 through the dining website. You can access that through the Touchtown app or the dining website directly at www.nbocdine.org. And at that point, Jerry, I'll do a stop on the presentation and open it up to any questions.
Okay. Do we have any questions? Looks like you did a very good job, Josh.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
I forgot what it was. About the, what did I forgot it already.
All right, email me or call one of us, Faye, when you come
Okay.
up with it.
All
Yeah.
right.
Thank you.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
This would apply also to Centro. When I go to make reservations, you talk about going to have a weekly specials. I like to reserve my table a week in advance. Is there a way to know what those specials will be?
Stan, that's a great question. So with the Nosh, we will be sending out the specials on Friday for the following week. So for the whole week, Sunday through the following Thursday, you will see the specials. You will get those the Friday before.
Thank you.
So yeah, and then depending on how that goes, we have had some requests about sending the Centro menus further ahead of time. We're going to use this as kind of a litmus test, and then we may apply that same to Centro in the future. But we're going to start with the Nosh.
Carol Mullen.
You're muted, Carol.
Yes, hi Josh, just wondering again, what is the opening date of did you say that's Tuesday the 2nd? Was that it?
Correct.
that-
Tuesday, July 2nd will be the new service operation and new menus. Yes, Carol.
And that's the special Nosh night, celebration night?
Nope. So we're going to do the soiree the night before. We're going to do a little toast, celebration, some sample menu items. That will be on the Monday
Okay,
before we do the actual relaunch. And that actually ties into, because Nosh is already closed that Monday for birthday night. So we'll do a reception prior.
Oh, okay. So I have a question because I have a movie groups that night usually. So I just thinking about, is it appropriate to have, and I usually do it in Nosh, but I'm thinking if that's appropriate or not. Well, I'll see.
Okay, Carol, we'll talk about it. Any questions you can, yeah, certainly. Just grab one of us. Absolutely, Carol. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? No? Okay, thank you very much, Josh. And we're
Thank
ready.
you for the time, Jerry. Thank you, Eileen. Thank you, everybody.
So we're ready for you, Matt.
Terrific. Thanks, Jerry. Has it been hot enough for everybody this week?
Yes, sir.
It's been Newbridge is interesting to me when it gets hot. It reminds me of like a giant ship, in the sense that you have all these people in an engine room making sure that it's operating the way it should. And so when the weather gets this hot, that's basically what happens, keeping the place cool. And so the engineering team is up on the roofs, making sure that the rooftop units are working appropriately and the air handlers are working appropriately. The individual heat pumps are working the way they should, and monitoring all the systems. It is an incredible thing to watch. It's truly all hands on deck. And if you think about in your own personal homes before you move to Newbridge, you could count on an air conditioning challenge at least once every 5 years. So multiply that home by, 500-600 units on campus. And that gives you an idea of how busy these guys are during a week like this week. So the good news is we've been there before. The team knows how to plan for it. They have plenty of inventory and stock in preparation for the challenges that could happen. Our control company, which handles all the controls on site, called Honeywell, they've been here on site all week long. So it's been a cool thing to watch the team really excel during a challenging week. And if that weren't hard enough, as you all are very well aware, today was the hot water shutdown. I'm happy to report that the repairs have been completed. I just received word a few moments ago. The lines have been filled back up, and now it's going to take probably a couple hours for the boilers to get the water hot again. So that should be up and running 100% by early evening, I would say. With that being said, there is a possibility that you may see some discolored water when you turn the hot water on. You shouldn't, because it's going through the boilers, but if you do, just run your tap for a little while until the water comes out clear. Again, we don't anticipate that being the case, but if you do, it's not unheard of when you stop the flow of water through pipes and then you turn the water back on. So thank you so much for your patience. Today, when we did that process, we put in 3 shutoff valves, which doesn't sound like a big deal, but on a 12-inch line, it is a very big deal. Originally, when Newbridge was built, I think they were value engineered out, and we couldn't isolate parts of the building. And so it was either shut off the campus to do something like this. That was our only option. So now we've put in 3 shutoff valves, and we'll be putting in more as we go. So we're able to isolate things a little bit more so than we ever have before. And we're going to continue doing this every time we make a repair, so that way we don't have to inconvenience the entire campus. So a very successful day so far. Thank you for all of your patience. It's stressful. You never want to turn the water off on anybody. It's the last thing you want to do. So I really appreciate it. I'll stop there for a second for any questions.
Don't see any.
Okay, great. Next week, you're going to see a lot of activity around Newbridge. It's Employee Week for Heber Senior Life. So we'll be doing all sorts of things like waffle breakfasts and candy carts and ice cream trucks. And so you'll see a lot of employee events happening around the campus next week. Happens once a year. In the industry, there's this thing called Nurses Week. And so HSL some years ago said, well, why are we going to celebrate just the nurses? Why wouldn't we celebrate all of our employees? And so that's what's happening next week. So that's Employee Week. So that if you see a lot of gathering happening and a lot of happy employees, I hope it's because of Employee Week. So I just want you all to know that that was happening. And then lastly, next week, I'm hoping to have a whole lot of people here on the Zoom chat. I'm going to share the resident satisfaction results next week on this Zoom chat here. And there'll be an opportunity for everybody to ask questions and to see the results. I think I shared with everybody, the results are excellent. Overall, they're very, very good. Couple areas for improvement are focus areas. One is food. I think that should be no surprise to anybody. We've been working on that for as long as I've been in this role. And you'll see by the data that comes out, that seems to be the challenge area at every campus around the United States that's surveyed. Another area was the store, which has been enhanced significantly. And then the last one was the salon. And so those were the 3 focus areas. But overall, the feedback was absolutely tremendous. And so I'm looking forward to sharing that next week. And I hope many of you will join me to learn about it. And other than that, just a little early heads up, I will not be at the unveiling of the new NOSH. I will be on vacation that week and the following week. It's the annual planned vacation to Vermont with the family. And then a week trying to just decompress from the week with the family. So looking forward to it, but just wanted to give you all that heads up. And with that, it has been an incredibly busy week operationally. So I'll take some questions if anybody has anything on their mind.
Any issues? Looks like we've covered everything today. So thank you very much, everybody. Stay cool. We'll see you next week.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you. I had a question for Christine. Is she still here?
Christine?
Christine, are you still here?
No, she's not.
All right, I'll call her on her own line. Thanks.